Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2023, day 245 on the series. Appreciate you guys for love and support, as always. Today's mainly going to be grade 1s and grade 2s, from what I understand. Shorter episode for sure. And a lot of racing. Lots of racing. Today's card's going to start off with 4 grade 1s. And the Triple Crown we're starting, so should be fun. We're kicking off with Eastern Knife in the King Cup Spring, aka the Tenno Sho Spring in real life. One of the biggest horse races in Japan for the grade 1 level. Some people may consider it the biggest. Would you? I think in some aspects it is considered the biggest grade 1 in Japan. But either way, lots of racing to get to today. Let's get to it. Hey, how about no head-to-heads? Just because, there's nothing for me to gain. Even if there is actually something to unlock in the game, I don't care right now. I'll do jockey challenges when I feel like it'll actually benefit us to do it. So, kicking off with the King Cup Spring, full field of 14. Eastern Knife should be the favorite, and he is. Red Ending is the next best horse, but it's actually a pretty easy field. Quick post parade, the one would be Pretty Letter kicking off today. Post race okay, 6th favorite. 2 horses for his flyer, long shot, no chance at the end of its career, 80-year-old. 3 is Wild Swallow, 13th favorite, no business here in today's field. The 4 is Eastern Knife, the favorite that we will be riding here. Should be a race we can win pretty easily. The 5 is Even Rock, 11th favorite, no chance. 6 is Red Morning, 10th favorite, pretty much no chance. The 7 is only 1 today. Really, really slow horse, but I guess you don't need top-end speed in this race. 5th favorite, last corner leader, Persistency. 8 is Mental Drama, 7th favorite, last corner leader. The 9 is Prime Smile, 9th favorite, closer, but not really worried. The 10 is Royal Letter, good heart rating, no abilities, 12th favorite. 11 is Meat Use. Yeah, 8th favorite, nothing really going for it except for the power rating. The 12 is Sonic Kite, 3rd favorite, decent speed. Decent toughness. Close race not good. And Bears. Yeah. Having those abilities combined, now that's a really bad combo. 13 is Fearless Soldier, 4th favorite. Close race not good as well. And last but not least is Red Ending, the 2nd favorite. Actually a decent horse, respectable, and we could lose this race if we're not careful. But fortunately for us, all these horses have close race not good. So with Eastern Knife, I just need to take the lead. And that should be enough to seal the deal here. And hopefully for Eastern Knife, this will be his... I don't know how many grade 1s he has. I actually have no idea. I don't know if I have any grade 1s with Eastern Knife yet, because I've been waiting for him to develop, which is kind of just waited a long time. But either way, whether this is his first or not, it's a good start for today's video. Okay, here we go. And we are off in the Tenno Sho Spring with Eastern Knife, running 16 furlongs. It's an okay start. The rest of the field also punched out pretty nicely, though. Good thing with Eastern Knife, I don't necessarily have to run him as a procedure. I can definitely tuck him in towards the back, save some ground, and he'll be completely comfortable with that. So, yeah, I'll just kind of settle him in, see what the rest of the field does. They're not really moving yet. Now they're kind of... I mean, gosh, they're still running 6, 7 wide up there. It's so stupid. It's so goofy. It's one of the goofiest things that the Gallop Racer devs didn't think to fix before they released the game. Because that just doesn't happen. I've watched horse racing every day of my life. That doesn't happen. It's very rare that horses will stay 6 or 7 wide for a whole backstretch. I've had some people use the excuse, oh, well, on shorter tracks, that's common. It's still not common on shorter tracks, no, actually. They will still file in. The jockeys don't want to be that odd man going 6 wide around turns 1 and 2, especially if you're running 6 or 7 furlongs, right? I swear, people just like to argue with me about things that aren't even factual. It's like, it's not a common thing. Not saying it never happens, but routinely, if There's a field of horses. Let's say it's a field of 10. They're not going to be 6 wide heading into turn 1. They will tuck in. Horses will drop back. Horses will try to hit the rail on the way to the inside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not realistic. Some of the things people would try to actually debate me on being realistic, I'm like, you know it's not realistic. You're just arguing with me just to argue with me. That's what I'm convinced. People even do that to me outside of like this YouTube stuff. Like, we'll both know the answer, we'll both know the truth, but the person will still put up an argument just to argue. I'm just like, where do you people learn these things? When I say that, I mean like to think that like arguing is some healthy communication skill. It's not. If your only thing is to argue with people that you think are wrong or don't share the same opinion, that's not a positive solution. I hate arguing. I absolutely hate it. To me, it solves nothing. If you feel like arguing solves things, that's a very toxic and like bad trait, in my opinion. But regardless, here we go with Easter Knife. Wanted to get him going a bit sooner, but apparently I just timed it, and now he's going to run away with this. Kate, going to try to keep up with us. Not happening. Revolutions are unrealistic. Kind of wish I could turn them off, to be honest. But it's a video game after all, right? We're going to destroy the 10-0 show, and this could be Easter Knife's first grade 1 victory. Thank goodness I picked the dude up. He blows that out of the water, as I said he should, and he would. And he did. He came, he saw, he conquered. Easter Knife with a big grade 1 victory there. That's going to be at 16 furlongs. And I guess right off the bat, we're working on the long champ title with Easter Knife. What a win, man. What a win. But he's at his peak now, so that's what he should be doing. And he pretty much confirms it for us, so let's go. 9-length winner, over red ending and Sonic Kite. Perfect race. Really nothing more to say. Easter Knife did exactly what he needed to do, right? So that's exactly what you need. Okay, my TV's kind of bugging out here. Don't know what happened. Electric Arrow's up in this Paris 2000G. So my TV is really bugging out, so don't know what happened. It's just trying to something on. So I will guess pause the recording and we will continue on. Alright guys, we are back. Britain 2000Gs is up. This race in reality is the 2000 Guinea Stakes. Electric Arrow's up. He's not my horse yet, but decided to acquire the ride. And for the last 30 minutes, somebody's dog has been barking nonstop, and it's driving me insane. I love dogs. I love them. If your dog is barking nonstop, no offense, I'm looking at you as a bad owner. I am. Okay? My dog doesn't bark. He doesn't. You know? And he's very well behaved. People are actually surprised how well behaved it is. And it was just me doing my research and learning the best way to discipline the dog in a way that, you know, it would be good for him. And we have as close of a relationship as ever. And, you know, the communication, it's driving me nuts. It's been barking for literally like almost 40 minutes now at this point. I thought it was going to stop and it hasn't. I'm instantly looking at you as a bad owner if your dog is barking all the time, man. That's something you're really supposed to nip in the bud when they're younger. I don't care what the breed is. I'm well aware certain breeds, especially hounds, they have a tendency to bark. But again, I've trained, I've been around. It's doable. I just think people are lazy and they just want to make excuses. Electric Arrow's up here. And yeah, great on turf and dirt. Like I said, it didn't make sense not to pick him up or not, at least not try to give him a chance. I just ran with him in 2003. That's it. I just don't want to play with him again this soon. But hey, maybe he'll be different in this game. Possibly. In fact, that's quite common. Horses in Gallop Ratio 2003 and then horses in this game, they don't run exactly the same. You know, whether they're buffed or they're nerfed, there's some difference. We're off in the 2000 Guinea Stakes with Electric Arrow straight out the chute. Look at how the cool planes out there. The World War II era planes is what I would probably say those obviously are. And yeah, just want to try to get this win here with Electric Arrow. That way we can maybe have a chance to ride him again, and then we could actually acquire him. But it starts with the win today. We have to win, I think. Or hit our goal, but we're the third favorite. I think we should be able to win this race regardless. So let's try to make it happen. But either way, there's no pressure. He's not my horse as of now. So even if we didn't hit our goal, it is what it is. We just got to move on to the next. Yeah, I'm just hoping the barking stops. Like, I've been trying to just tune it out, but it's really annoying, man. You know, it's really annoying. Like, it won't stop. Okay, good start here for Electric Arrow. 8 horse might try to rally. I should be okay, though. Electric Arrow's pretty strong. He should be able to hold out here. And Electric Arrow's going to win the 2000 Guinea Stakes. Close race, okay. Gotta love that ability. Even though I just ran with him in 03, he is a fun horse. It's just like, you know, I'm just trying to experiment with horses I haven't ran with yet ever in the Gallop Racer games. But hey, Electric Arrow's reliable and dependable, so I can't be upset or mad at that. He wins the 2000 Gs, and we're 2 for 2 in grade 1s today. Finally, now we can start doing what we usually are able to do and actually win grade 1s. Third favorite didn't matter. Knocks that race out of the park. Electric Arrow and Eastern Knife both. The EEs, or the double E's. Can we call them that? No, that probably sounds stupid. Great win for him. And 2 grade 1s to kick off. Formal Method, can she be the third? She's going to be up in the Louisville Oaks, a.k.a. we all know what this race in reality is, the Kentucky Oaks. It's a full field of 14. The favorite is the 5 horse Happy Ending. We're on the 3 Formal Method, the second favorite in today's field. The rest of the horses really don't stand a chance, and the betting public is not giving them any money. Let's go through the quick pros parade. The 1 is Soul Key, the 9th favorite. The 2 is Soul Love, the 14th favorite. They both stink. We're on the 3, the second favorite Formal Method. We don't stink. We're really fast. We have great heart. No power, though, but that's okay. The 4 is Green World. Okay, horse. Not really thinking they have much of a chance. I think the public overbet them. Happy Ending is the 5. Fantastic horse. I was going to pick her up, but only my older audiences should have any idea maybe why I did it. I can't have that name just popping up on the videos all the time. So anybody that gets that understands it. I'll just move on from there. The 6 is Desert Monster, the 3-year-old filly, 3rd favorite. Close race, not good. So just get in her face. She'll be discouraged. Race should be easier from there. 7 is Handsome Striker. Overbet. I'm sorry. Moving on. The 8, Secret Reason, 11th favorite. Underbet. Just my opinion. The 9 is Iron Reflection. Reasonably bet in this race, but still maybe a little bit over. 10 is Secret Ruby, 10th favorite. Kind of the same as the last few horses. Dandy Master is going to be the 11th horse, 13th favorite. Underbet. Yeah, this race is a mess. The betting public has no idea what they're doing. The 12 is Bright Price, 8th favorite. Okay, not really. 13 is Plus Dragoon, 12th favorite. Yeah, I'm probably. The 14 horse. Right off the field, the Sun Pioneer, the 7th favorite. Yeah, this field is kind of a mess with the betting public, so it really should be between Formal Method and Happy Ending. So we're going for the win. It's as simple as that. Going for the win in the Kentucky Oaks. Can we do it? Hopefully we can. But yeah. And there it is at Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Oaks with recently acquired 3-year-old filly Formal Method. We got her off of the claim in whatever race you want to insert claimer for. And now she's ours, and I plan on breeding her with Secret Ending, and we can get a extremely fast, very monstrous sprinting dirt line. That's it. Hopefully I can race her enough this year to actually retire her for breeding next year with Secret Ending. That's kind of my goal. Which means this might be the last broodmare I have to breed him with. Because that'll be 3 broodmares, I think, for him. I think that'll be 3. that I would have had with him by that point. And again, I don't want to do what I've done in the past, having too many brood mares to one stud. That's how we run into inbreeding. So if anything, we might just have to breed secret ending and formal method maybe twice or 3 times just to get a couple of really fast sprinting dirt horses and just kind of flow from there and see how those horses do, and then we'll decide what we need to implement into our breeding lines down the line. I think that's the best plan of attack, really. But yeah, 3 brood mares max for each stud is what I want to do. No more than 3. We can't run that anymore. It'll complicate things for us further down the line. Who is this running with us? Iron Reflection. Not bad, though. 6th favorite, but I think that was a horse I said I felt was maybe slightly overbet. So we'll see. Now, keeping formal. No, she's nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now we'll send her. Oh, she's fast as heck. They're not catching her. Oh, my goodness. Formal method. I'm so glad I picked her up. I don't care if we only race her for a year. She is absolutely insane. True dirt speed. Destroys the Kentucky Oaks field. 3 for 3 on the grade 1s here today, my friends. 3 for 3. I like it. Wow. Formal method. What a victory. That's wild. Terrible photo. Who cares? She gets it done. She wins the Louisville, a.k.a. Kentucky Oaks, in fashion. My goodness, man. 4-length winner over Desert Monster. Bright prize. Wasn't even close. Best speed. Yeah. She was a good pickup. So glad I got her. So glad I got her. She is definitely going to be worth it. So we'll work on a Dirt Champ title with her. Sorry, just writing my notes right quick because I haven't added her to the spreadsheet since I just picked her up basically in the last episode. So that was 9 furlongs on the dirt, point black. Great debut for us. That is awesome. That's what you want to see. And now we move on to the Kentucky Derby with Native Art, 6th favorite. We have a whole bunch of goals to hit with this guy. I'm not even going to go through the post parade. Yeah, I basically have to finish 5th or better. Our position has to be right on key, which he is a closer, so that actually is... So position, that's easy. Well, we should get an S for that. We have to activate Laster first. And then again, we have to beat our odds. So the goal isn't actually as hard as I thought, but still, it's a lot. The 1 is Clear Tempest, 9th favorite. The 2 is Lovely World, 5th favorite. This is all I'm doing for the post parade. The 3 is Dreaming Gemini, 12th favorite. 4 is Standing Party, 13th favorite. The 5 is Major Song. And the favorite in today's Kentucky Derby for a good reason. Good speed, decent stamina, not bad power, and a great heart rating. It's going to be the horse to beat. 6 is Gold Lavender, 8th favorite. We're on the 7th, Native Art. We can certainly give ourselves an honest chance to hopefully win this. The 8 is Major Ruler, 7th favorite. 9 is Happy Diamond, 4th favorite. The 10 horse is Clear Time, 2nd favorite. The other horse I was thinking about running on, but nah. 11 is Apt Melody, long shot today. Beautiful albino, if that's what you would call that. The 12 is Grand Bridge, 11th favorite. 13 is Heavy Fantasy. Expected to finish 3rd, not bad. And the 14 horse is My Glory, 10th favorite, ridden by Annoying Tanaka. That concludes your fields for the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby. We're on Native Art, and we will go to post time. Oh man, formal method. What a rush. What a joy. Nothing like a fast sprinting dirt horse. Truly. I do really like sprinting dirt horses in the Gallop Racer games. I know it's horses on the turf can fly, but it's something about the horses on the dirt, obviously with the flat ground. They just absolutely sends it. Kentucky Derby time. We all know this race. Let's see if we can pull off the miracle and actually win here with Native Art. Good start is always obviously ideal. And we're off. Perfect start. Gonna drop Native Art back. Perfect start. drop native. I was trying to think of a rhyme would start in native art, but too many words. Didn't go according to plan. So my only goal, like I said, is to finish 5th. Make sure we try to activate our ability. So we're going to have to still get to first place before we hit turn 4 in the stretch. So that's a little bit of pressure. Is the rail open? Because that would make that a lot easier to do. I feel like I don't think the rail is actually open though. See, I'm worried I'm going to have to take like an outside trip to make this work. So it's still a tough goal though. I mean, it's not as hard as it appeared, but when I say it's tough, like we still have to make sure everything obviously goes according to plan. Like the position should be fine. They should give me an S for this at least. I'm going last to first though. That's kind of the stretch. And I got to get native art rolling right now. Got to get this horse rolling right now. Are we going to get last to first? I don't know. Hopefully. We got to go. Nope. 2-horse. Actually, I didn't see the 2-horse get going there. I'm like, how did we not get it? The 2-horse was still holding. I think we're going to tire out well before we get to the line. Native Art's still doing well, though. Half a furlong left to go. The 5 is going to be closing. So Native Art is still going to potentially finish 3rd. So we didn't get last to first, but it is a 3rd place finish. Not bad for a closer. Obviously, if I could have focused on running that horse without having to worry about the stupid goals, I think I could have had a better result. I have nothing to say. Yeah, B for position somehow. Like, the horse really wants to run in last. I saw the triangle was shaded for mid, but that wasn't the preference. So that's unfortunate. It's only because I have a terrible relationship with Pink, but it's not my fault. She's so wishy-washy. She likes me 1 minute, and then the next minute she doesn't. Like, there she is. She's just, I don't know what her deal is. But now we're back to normal, at least. Somehow. After, like, not even hitting the goal. Like, that doesn't make sense, but what does in this game? Anyways, Easter Knife. Great. That was his 4th grade one. Okay. I guess I don't... So, yeah, he's doing fine. So, King Cup. Okay, so long champ or mid champ title. Let me make sure I put that in his notes properly. Anything. I'm going to say long champ first. Then mid champ. So, he has 16... He has 14, and then I think he has 12, so halfway there to a Longchamp title for Eastern Knife. We could get him in the GWS if it's available, but nah, we'll run him in the Red Flower Stakes. See how he handles that. In June, Electric Arrow we do not have, and Formal Method, our recently acquired 3-year-old filly, is an absolute monster. She destroyed the Kentucky Oaks, and gosh, I'm almost feeling like we should toss her in the GWS this year, to be honest, if there's when we can. But no, she's on the Preakness, or, well, yeah, she's on to the Preakness, going for the Triple Crown since we have her. If she doesn't win the Preakness, then I probably will skip the Belmont. So there we are. Yeah, it's Electric Arrow's not even over here for me to acquire. And then Native Art isn't over here as well, so I'll have to look for them. That's fine. So 3 races today. San Pablo Stakes with Marksman, the Young Mile Cup with Lockwood, and then the Grade 1 Paris 2000G with Angel Hearts. And unless I see a horse I really want to try to pick up, I'm probably not doing these other races. Gray Show. Temper's not good. Closer. What's the goals, since me and Frank are only friendly? Winner? Wow. I mean, for a closer, she's okay. Like, I wish she was a little bit faster, but not a great response rating. I hate closers with bad response ratings. That kind of defeats the point for me. So, nope. Gonna stick with the races we've got here. Let's do a quick save, and then we'll get into these 3. Probably will be taking a break halfway through the episode before I finish the rest of it. It's kind of late, so I may get tired before I actually finish it. But of course, I'll just come back and record it at another time. You guys will just not probably notice much of a change at all. Maybe you will. Usually it's not a big change. So, yeah, let's go ahead. I would love to challenge you, but I have too much to lose. And you're on Laughing Hawk, so no thanks. I'm just going to focus on my race with Lockwood. Thank you. All right. Well, it's the Grade 2 San Pablo Stakes. In reality, this race is the Kyoto Shibun High, I believe. Gosh, or Shimbun High? The Kyoto High. I'm just going to call it that for now. Or is that the Hoy? I can't even read my own handwriting. It's the High or the Hoy. I don't know. It's a field of 13. Oh my gosh, for this Grade 2. We're the third favorite with Marksman. We have to compete with only one Brave and post position 1 at the top there. Stately Glory is second favorite, the 8 horse. So our work is cut out for us. But Marksman's showing much better form. So he's still progressing, still developing. Certainly think there's a chance for us to win. Fortunately, we don't have to run at the front. So he can benefit off of the mid-leg type. Just need to try to get last corner leader with him and make something happen. But we'll see. Eastern Knife with the record here as well. 11 horse. Not happy there next to us, but really, gosh, horse left in the gate. It's a great start here for Marksman in the Grade 2 San Pablo. But we got to drop our boy back. And we'll go ahead and start to move him over. And hopefully we can get this Grade 2 here today. Still trying to see if Marksman can be a Grade 1 winner. I hope he can. I think he should be at some point. But, do I see him winning 10 Grade 1s? That's what I'm undecided about. I'm not sure. If not, maybe he'll just be a solid Grade 2 horse for us, and we can still possibly use him for breeding at some point, but we'll have to check. He does have good abilities. He gets spurt from Fairy Singer. He has last corner leader and probably stretch burst. Most of his stats are at least mid-60s or higher, with the exception of a couple that are lower than that. So, I mean, he's not anything super, super crazy, but I think if he's able to prove his worth on the track, he would have value as a stud. But, again, selective breeding would have to be the case with him. So, we'll just have to wait and see. But we're on a winning streak now with him. 3 back-to-back wins in a row. So, he's feeling good. He's getting stronger, which is most important. His response rating isn't great, so trying to get him to get last corner leader is a little bit of a stretch. No max stamina, though. That's a bit disappointing. Okay. Got to get him going now. Will they give us last corner leader? They should. Yep. There it is. Now that should actually be a great, great runoff for Marksman. And now the field's going to have to catch him. And that apparently is how I'm supposed to be running him every time. Sometimes I hold the whip and I don't know why I'm doing that. I guess I don't want to tire the horses out too quickly. But in this case for Marksman, it gets him the win. He beats the favorite in the Grade 2 San Pablo. Runs away with it. Fantastic win. 4th win of the episode today. We're 4 for 5 in our wins. And that's another Grade 2 for Marksman. That's his second, or actually that's his first from what I understand. First Grade 2 victory. That's good. So like I said, I think he's getting to that level now. We can potentially step him up to a Grade 1. Wins by a length of 3/4 over only one Brave. And fantastic win there for Marksman in the Grade 2 San Pablo. We'll take it. 4 wins in a row. One of few horses on a winning streak, so that's good. Here we are with Lockwood in the Young Mile Cup. I don't feel like going to the post parade. I'm just exhausted of it at this point. We know we have to worry about Laughing Hawk. Maybe Straight Impulse, same quartet, but not really. I think it's just going to be us and Laughing Hawk, to be honest. And we are the only closer in the field, so this race is completely set up for us to win. We are the favorite with Lockwood, looking absolutely beautiful by Gentle House out of Real Happy. Still don't know his other latent ability, that's annoying. Still don't even know his speed. We win here, hopefully speed, power, maybe response will be revealed. Statistically, he's not looking like insane based off of some of those stats that are, in the 40s as far as temper and toughness are concerned. But everything else is okay. The bubble, 79 stamina is really nice. I'll take that any day. Pretty much already at his peak, though. But he can also run on turf and dirt. What his other latent ability could be, I don't even know. I have no idea. Hopefully they reveal that sooner than later. It would be very nice. Because he could have an ability I could be taking advantage of, but I don't know it. And I'm not going to know it until the game tells me. I'm not going to go into free mode and just race with them 20 million times to figure it out. That's a complete waste of time. So we're winning with them. That's the main thing. So hopefully this will help us. This race, in reality, is the NHK Mile Cup, and we are off with Lockwood. Great start as always, and we'll just drop him back. Okay, 13 horse, you need to get from behind our butt and figure it out, please. Thank you. All right, so where's Laughing Hawk? Okay, Laughing Hawk quite up there, but it's fine. We'll stalk with Lockwood. If this is a real race caller calling the race, he'd be like, and Lockwood the favorite, sitting 4 lengths behind the... It's like, oh my goodness, we're fine. But in real horse racing, I think positioning is much more important. In the game, you can get away with it if you have a super horse, But in real life, horses are a lot more sensitive to these little things. So I gotta make sure we get Lockwood up there pretty soon. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I could have moved him over a bit more. I guess I'm gonna have to now. I wanted to get him closer to the inside. Gosh, this is a long way to go, man. Not ideal. Is he going to have a spurt in the end? He's driving. Not going to move him yet. Now I'm going to move him. Come on, Lock. Furlong left to go. Oh, Lockwood is rolling. Lockwood is rolling. Look at this effort. Chasing down Laughing Hawk. Stretch burst is the other ability, and we might just get it done. Oh, what a photo. Oh, wow. Lockwood can run like heck from the back. And Lockwood's going to get it. Lockwood is going to beat Laughing Hawk in a photo finish at the NHK Mile Cup to grab his 3rd Grade 1 victory. What an effort, man. Wow. What a win. And I still played that pretty close. That's his 3rd win at 8 miles. So he's halfway to a mile champ title, is Lockwood. Oh my goodness, man. He is a serious and true closer. How did we get that? I don't think Real Happy was a closer. I think she was mid. And Gentle House isn't a closer. So we kind of, I guess maybe from someone else in the pedigree. I'm just guessing. I don't really know, but... Oh my gosh. Lockwood rolling. And I definitely hesitated with my move in the stretch. I could have kept him in clear air and instead of moving him to the inside and having to move him back outside. But gosh, he flew, which tells me his speed has got to be great, right? He has 79 stamina. He's got to have at least 85 speed or higher. And hopefully that is the race that reveals the rest of those stats. 5 for 6 today, people. 5 wins out of 6 meets. And 4 grade 1s today. So, remember last episode when Omura was calling me pup and talking crap because he beat me in one race? Like, dude, this is what we're actually doing. You beat me one time and you're probably not even top 5 on the jockey standing. Sit there, be quiet, and hush to the up. Shushamanga. Shushamanga, I think, is shut up in French. At least that's what my 4th grade French teacher told us that it was. Mr. Kaczynski, really nice guy. Showed us how to build rockets we could actually, legitimately fire off, and we did on one of our last days, I think, of 4th grade at the park. The ignition and everything. So Kaczynski was a cool guy, cool teacher. We're up in the Paris 2000Gs. This race in reality is known as I'm going to butcher this, it's French. The Poulet d'Essai de Poulanet. Way too long. I'm going to stick to calling it the Paris 2000Gs, okay? Paris 2000K, whatever. Angel Hearts up, should be the favorite. Post position 1, we're not the favorite though. 4th favorite behind Wild Midnight in post position 2. Royal Charms here. Exciting puzzle. I'm kind of I'm really curious. Angel Hearts has been doing well. Okay, I think Angel Hearts is better than you with the exception of stamina, so okay. Exciting puzzle. You're fast, but with a decent power rating, okay. Royal Charm, you're fast. Royal Charm's the only horse I think it makes sense to be favored over us. I think the other two are overbet compared to us, but that's fine. So what's our goal? Top 5? Top 5 here. I think Angel Hearts can win this. I'm shocked they're not giving us much chance in this mile. It's a mile distance. I'm sure he can make this work, right? Aye. So it's probably my last race of this particular recording session. I am getting tired. I'd like to get a little bit of a bite to eat before I end up shutting it down. And I still need to write down a bunch of races. Eastside Band still with the record here, 137 flat. She must have set that record last year. All right, Angel Hearts. The betting public thinks we're the 4th best horse. I disagree. Let's see if we can prove them wrong. We're off in the Paris 2000 Gs here with Angel Hearts. It's a great start for our boy. And we'll see what the rest of the field does. Not even going to focus on any one particular horse. I just want to win this race. I think that's what we need to focus on above all. We do that, obviously everything else will take care of itself, so to speak. So the leaders, Highline, Ancient Saint, and Fairy Eden. In all honesty, none of those horses really have a chance in this race today, so I have no desire to chase them. Tough track, man. But fortunately, Angel Hearts, he's responsive. He's got good power. He can manage. Yep. He can definitely manage this, so. 2 7s looking good with Angel Hearts. Now we're going to go. This is our race to win, bro. I think the game is selling us short. Is that 11 horse really going to run us down? I'm trying my hardest with Angel Hearts. The 11 is literally on our tail, and there's nothing I can do. Is that Royal Charm? I can't even look right now. Keep fighting. Yeah, 11 just got us. Hats off. Nothing I could do. I think we did the best we could in the stretch. The 11 was just on, and you saw the horse coming. Yeah, Royal Charm. Royal Charm's a good horse, man. That's not even a bad result. It's not a bad result at all. Obviously, I get him going a little bit further. Hindsight 2020, we win that race. But no matter how long the race was, Royal Charm was going to be closing us down. And they still give us double S for the spur. I think that was a fantastic race. Heart-rending. There are no certainties in racing, but my plans will go astray if you do not win when you can. Yeah, that was actually a really awesome effort there from Angel Hearts. He did the best he could, but again, Royal Charm is a really good horse, especially at the mile distance. So, like, that's something that can definitely happen. But to second place in that Grade 1, not upset with that at all. And yeah, like I said, we will go ahead and we'll take that. So, Marksman gets the win in the San Pablo. Lockwood wins the Young Mile Cup, and Angel Hearts with a strong second place finish in a photo finish in the Paris 2000 Gs. Yeah, I'm not upset at all, man. Really a solid meet there. And just that quick, we went from 3 Grade 1s last episode already to 9 Grade 1s today, just in one video. That just shows you how quickly your fortune can change in this game. So Marksman, Lockwood, and Angel Hearts, are they all amongst the same class? They are. Wow, I always forget. Yeah, they're a good bunch of 3-year-olds. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, they're consistent. So Angel Hearts, everything is officially revealed. This is how he pretty much looks at his peak. Great response, great heart, great power. If he was a little bit faster, we can win that race as well. So he's kind of an interesting horse because he doesn't have fantastic stamina, and then his speed is pretty much above average. So it's like I can't run him too early, otherwise he will tire out. Like, do I save him? Is that how you take advantage? Like, you hit last corner leader, you're still holding him, and then you send him? I wonder if that's the best way to run him. Either way, gosh, that was his first loss. Wow, he was 6 for 6. There's nothing I can do. Royal Charm's one of the best horses at that distance in the game, so I'm not even upset with that. I think Angel Hearts did exceptionally well. So, my boy, what are we even doing for you? Mile Champ? Yeah. Mile Champ, Mile Champ, Mile Champ. Could run him in the GWS as well, but I don't know. Let's run him in the Mars. He'll be in the green, but I think he can try to make that happen. Lockwood, 3 grade 1s for you, my guy. You're working on a Mile Champ as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Are you ready for... They're still not telling me his speed. Unreal, bro. They're not telling me his speed, his power, and his heart. Arguably the 3 stats I would want to know the most. Stamina's revealed. That's fantastic. But, like, what's the speed? What's the heart? What's the power, man? He still could do something in the dirt. I don't know what to do with Lockwood. He's so flexible. He can really run anywhere. I have no idea what to do with him, really. He'll already be back in the blue. Run him in this mid-champ. I'm not sure. 10,000. The Paris Grand Prix. Summer Sprint. I don't even know what his speed number is, but I'm actually going to put him in the Paris Grand Prix. See if we can get him maybe a mid-champ title in there. Because he can really do a lot of things. He can run on either surface between 9 and 14 furlongs. And he has the stamina. Like, distance is not a problem. So stretch burst is the other ability I thought. Real Bears is not ideal, but again, it hasn't affected us, so I'm not worried. Yeah, Lockwood is, gosh, he's a horse that really can do a lot, so it's kind of hard for me to decide where we should put him, but we still need to figure that out. Hopefully after this Paris GP, we'll see maybe what's available. Maybe I'll toss him the GWS Sprint, but it would be nice to know his actual sprint figure. Last but not least is Marksman. Coming off of that Grade 2 San Pablo Stakes. Like I say, he's on a winning streak now. I think that's 4 wins in a row out of his 8 starts, so we're finally finding the rhythm with him. He's still developing, still not where I would want him to be. The heart rating is never going to get better than that, really. His speed and stamina are probably going to top off at mid-70s. Same for the temper, possibly. So that's pretty much what he'll be at his peak. By Fairy Singer out of Butterfly Effect. Not as strong as his mother, that's for sure. In fact, he's really... He's basically Fairy Singer with some attributes from Butterfly Effect. That's about it. Statistically, he's much more like Fairy Singer. So they want him in the Golden Derby. I mean, like... 12 furlongs. You know what? I did say I was going to put him in a Grade 1, right? So now, I mean, we got to try him now or never. Big Monster. Used her in Gallop Racer 2003. Received okay horses from her. Nothing special, so... Yeah. We'll have a Grade 3, Grade 2... Preakness Stakes with Formal Method, Mirage Stakes with Glam Queen. As we still kind of wait for the GWS Turf to roll around and the Sprint to decide who we're going to do. Put Deep Wonder, Sparking Nova. Since Sparking Nova literally doesn't peak till at 7, I'm definitely probably going to run that horse. Deep Wonder's already peaked, yeah. I'm actually going to give Sparking Nova a chance here. That horse beat us in that one race, or came close to it, I should say. So why not? So, bunch of races here. That's where we will continue to pick off. In fact, these 5 will probably be the last of the episode. But it's plenty. We have 3 Grade 1s, a Grade 2, and a Grade 3. So plenty of racing still to come. I'll be taking a break. Probably will be done for the night. But I'll come back to this recording session. Obviously, on the next day. You guys won't notice anything but just a traditional transition. So appreciate you guys so far. Hopefully you're enjoying the video. It's been good today. We've had no bad performances. We've had 5 wins out of 7 meets so far, I think, unless there was a race that happened that I did not write down, but for sure 5 wins. And we've won all of our grade ones with the exception of that last one with Angel Hearts, and we just barely lost to Royal Charms. So everything's looking up and up as we really get into the meat and bones finally of the racing calendar year. Midway through May, June comes around, GWS Turf will start to heat up. GWS Sprint as well will be happening. So still plenty to do. Our 2-year-olds are going to be available in 2 months. And yeah, we're still trying to figure out what to chase with who. As far as the turf, like I said, I'm undecisive, but I think Glam Queen could go for that. Maybe Lockwood or Angel Hearts could also chase the turf. Eastern Knife is a candidate, but I kind of want to keep the GWS chasing for our originals, to be honest. I feel like it's kind of a given. You could probably get an in-game horse into the Hall of Fame. Storm Owl, he's still developing. He'll be up in the Summer GP, I think, for his second grade 1 effort. And would like to try to get him a grade 1 victory. Outside of that, I think everybody that's 4 years old and up, we can't really do anything with. Little Mai, she'll still be going for the GWS Dirt, but that's about it. East Side Band, she's already won the turf. She won the sprint. Technically speaking, I need to put her in the turf. So, if anything, I'm just going to run several horses in the GWS races, and whoever has the most points will take the title. I regretted not doing that previously in the past, as opposed to just using only one horse for every one of those races. Like, let's just put whoever can race, because we're not going to be able to race Eastside Band in every single GWS, turf race, right? Even though she has a good health rating, but still, I think we'll have to. There will be a race she won't be able to compete in. Eastside Band is great. I've only lost with her once, and it was a second place effort, 9 grade 1. She's only 4 years old. She's still this strong. Game really blessed us by Diamond Plan out of Tigers of Stone. Man, she's awesome. So I will come back to this recording session soon, and we will finish out the rest of this episode. YouTube, we are back. It's the next day. It's a full 24 hours. My audio wasn't working for like the first 5 minutes. I tried to get this episode re-going again, so that was a bit agitating. We're all good now. So we have 5 grade 1 races still to complete for the end of this episode. I was going to record another episode, but there ended up being an incident on the highway, so it took me an additional 2 hours to get home. And yeah, I'm already kind of tired, but I have enough energy to obviously get through these last 5 races in this episode. Very important ones. So we have a grade 3 Appalachia coming up with Vivid Eyes. Point Black will be in a grade 2. Sparky Nova will be in the grade 1. Formal Method will be in the Preakness Stakes. And Glam Queen will be in the Mirage Stakes. So 5 grade 1s coming up. I did look to see if there was anybody here in the Singapore Stakes I'd like to run, but no horse is really looking like it's worthwhile. And most of them are past their peak anyways. Nervous Angel, Solo Runner, Persistency. Late growth type. You know what? Nervous Angel. I'm going to give this guy a shot. I think his stats will be mid 70s, high 70s by this peak. So there's another race we have. I just added. So we'll have 6 races to conclude this episode. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I don't know what that race is in reality, but I will figure it out. So Singapore. No, I'm not challenging you. Sorry. We know, you guys know how this goes. I'm not challenging anybody. Nothing for me to gain. Nothing whatsoever. Yeah, I'll look up the Singapore real life race once we get there. Anyways, Vivid Eyes is up in the grade 3 Appalachia, which is the real life counterpart of the Niigata Daishoten, grade 3. I'm assuming obviously in Japan. Vivid Eyes, 6-year-old mare. She's a 3rd favorite. We're running 10 furlongs on ZTF here today. And she's well past her peak. I mean, she peaked 2 years ago, but she's still going pretty strong. I certainly still think she would be worth using for breeding down the line. But she does have bears, and again, 1 horse with bears in our barn, okay. If we're starting to have 3, 4, 5 horses with bears, then I don't want the ability passed on to that many horses, but you know, there are obviously exceptions, and I think her half brother Valley King, I think he because of his growth type and what he offers. He's like one of the only exceptions, maybe Lockwood as well. So I'm not 100% certain if we should use Vivid Eyes. Her stats at her peak were all pretty much high to mid 70s. I think high 70s actually for the other stats that have since dropped. So again, statistically she's not bad, but that bear's ability, it's like, do you want that from your broodmare? I think that's the main question. So until I figure out if we're going to use her for breeding or not, I'm just going to continue to race her. She is a Hall of Fame horse. I think she'd be one of our first Hall of Fame horses in this playthrough that I don't actually retire for breeding, if that's what I decide to do. I mean, technically Bay City, who's her other half-sister that also comes out of Moon Trapper, she's already back in the barn, and she's already conceived for next year. So I feel like we have her from Moon Trapper, and then we have another Moon Trapper filly, Little Mai. Once we retire her, she's from Formal Opera. That filly would probably be better off back there instead of this mare here, Vivid Eyes. So she won the GWS Turf, though. You know, she's a Hall of Famer. She was good enough to win the Turf, and I feel like that merit alone should put her in the spot to be in the Hall of Fame. But again, will we have the spots? That's the question. Will we have the space? And I don't know. Because again, I showed you guys earlier, I think in the episode, either this episode or the one prior, but a lot of our broodmares, with the exception of like 2, they're all under the age of 9. Like, they're not even that old, so we can still use them for a couple years. Now, Vivid Eyes is totally a horse I could probably run until she retires if I wanted to, and I might do that. She's still a pretty fun mare to work with, and until I feel like, you know, I make a final decision, I don't want to prematurely retire her yet, because again, she's still a pretty competitive and consistent horse, you know. Now she's got 3rd place goal here. She's got plenty of stamina. She can certainly run. We might get this win. 11 horse on the outside. It's a tough race. Down the stretch we come. Furlong and a half. Vivid Eye, she's still in the mix. Like I said, she's still gutsy, man. She's got a big heart rating. I know this is just a grade 3, but it just goes to show you, she's 2 years past her prime, and she can still put on efforts and performances like this. And Vivid Eyes, guys, she's going to get it done. The 3rd favorite ends up sneaking away with the win there. She wins the grade 3 Niigata Daishoten, a.k.a. the Appalachia Handicap. There it goes. And that's my point, man. Like, she's still a competitive horse, so I'm also under the impression that maybe I should just continue to race her until maybe she's actually 8 years old, and, you know, I have to retire her because she can still put on performances like that. It's a grade 3 win. And, yeah, like I said, impressive victory for Vivid Eyes. So, like I said, I still feel good with her, and if we could use her for breeding down the line with an in-game stud, I think we could still get decent horses. But again, bears is the only downside to her. If she doesn't have bears, I would certainly consider her for breeding. I would just wait till the right time. So until I decide what to do, or until you guys give me any insights on what maybe we should consider, I'm just going to continue to race her. And as long as I'm hitting her goals, we'll keep her as long as we need to. Grade 2 here, Freeway Stakes. This is the real life KO High Spring Cup. Running 7 furlongs, point black. Dropping her in class because there's really nothing available for her as of yet. Warm Star, Fine Saint, Suave Master, Old Knight, Rob the Cook, Recent Tyke. It's actually a pretty competitive field. I mean, Fine Saint has no chance here today. Not a bad horse, but that's not for these conditions, or maybe not at its peak. But Warm Star and the bottom 5 horses all have a chance. So to me, it's a 6-horse race, and we are the 6th favorite. We're not supposed to win. So if we can end up upsetting the bookies, we can end up making some noise here. See Point Black, she's probably, obviously, as you can see by her chart in the bottom right, it's going to start dropping. She's essentially peaked. She's still fast. She still has good power, and her heart rating is not bad. Last corner leader, stretch burst, and close race okay. I like her abilities. I think record-wise, though, again, she's pretty much doing what her mother did, which means she hasn't really stepped over that hurdle of being better than her mother, and that's always usually what I look for in the fillies and mares. I look for them to be much better than their mothers. If that's the case, then I think they'll make a good point for breeding. If not, then, you know, I think it's a little bit tough to make that call. But she's fast, and that's the thing. Her, Toxic Blonde, Blues Breeze, the family is very fast. So if you could get the right stud in with this family, she could be redeemable. But again, another one of those horses where it's like it's probably leaning towards not using her for breeding, just because of other stronger fillies and broodmares we'll have at that point. But if we have the space, I think we can mix them in there, even if we only use them for 1 year, right? Like, we don't necessarily have to retire a broodmare and use them for 5 years. If we just want to get, maybe one horse, one foal, or maybe two, we can retire a broodmare for 1 year if we have the space, use her once, and then we'll just go ahead and replace her when it's time to get somebody new in there in the following breeding season. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. But again, I'm not set on using Point Black. We have other, think faster fillies and broodmares with better quality stats. I think will balance out. So I wouldn't want to, put Point Black back there, because from her to be by Diamond Plan, she doesn't really inherit too much of Diamond Plan's dominance. She's strong like her mother, but again, nothing from Diamond Plan really stands out in her. She has good abilities, sure, but let's see what that does here today. Now, she's the 6th favorite. Now, she's not catching the 12, who's completely running away with this. Maybe we'll be able to close in. Still furlong left to go. 12 and 14 still going at it. She might get stretch bursts here. Close race, okay. Not going to get that. So yeah, no win. Wish I could have started her sooner. She had plenty of stamina left. Probably wasn't the best stretch run on my behalf. But she's going to finish, I think, 4th. Take that as you will. But I think the best decision is to not retire her at this point. She's been fun. She's fast. But again, I don't think she's giving us that much significance. I'm only looking at her abilities for breeding, and we have other horses with those abilities. So I think Point Black is definitely one of those horses where, unless things dramatically change, probably won't be using her for breeding. Probably as soon as I can retire her, I'll just kind of let her go, and then, or we'll let her go, quote unquote, like a claiming race, like we did with Moonsinger, and maybe we'll be able to race against her. I think that's the best thing to do with our horses that we don't want to use for breeding. Moving on to the Fleet Stakes, Grade 1. This is the Pre-Day, it's something French. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Sparking Nova. I decided to race with this mare. 3rd favorite here today. Little House is the favorite. Deep Wonders here as well. So, 4-0 Song, 2nd Earth, pretty competitive field. Never raced with this mare. And she's still growing. She has a very, very late growth type. Like, imagine if we could breed her with a Valley King. I mean, we would legitimately get a super late growth type of horse, but what if that growth type chart, what if that line could be more sustained? Valley King's line is very low as a 2-year-old, and then it obviously gets higher by the time he hits 6 or 7. Her line isn't that low as a 2-year-old, so to me that says that she can give you maybe more potential in a horse earlier on, where like there's not such a huge, a huge development curve they have to go through. You know what I mean? So we could get stronger horses possibly quicker in their growth types if we use her with Valley King. That's just what I'm thinking out loud. No abilities though, but she's fast enough. She's getting faster. She might be 90 speed by the time she hits her peak. I don't know. Her stamina should hit 70. Her heart rating is the only thing I'm not a fan of. Power could hit 70. I'm not going to hold my breath on it. Good health, good response. So the heart rating is not ideal, but hopefully Valley King can maybe balance that out if that's what we did. And she can also run on turf or dirt. So Sparking Nova, interesting horse. And, maybe if I can try to, secure a couple more rides with her, we could try to use her. Because I don't think I purchased her. I think I just negotiated this ride. I think. It's only been a day, but I already kind of forget if I requested her or not. I know I acquired formal method legitimately. Like, we purchased her. She is our horse. I don't think I purchased Sparking Nova. I think I just wanted to race her based off of that last outing we had against her in the episode. I'm like, oh, she's pretty quick. Maybe I can get a ride and see what will happen. But 3rd favorite, I'm going for the win. I think that'd be a big statement. So decent start. She gets out pretty quickly here, and we're just gonna go ahead and drop her back. I have a lot of editing to do. There's a lot of videos coming out. You guys will see. I mean, actually, by the time these videos go out, you guys would have already seen a variety of videos from obviously Gallop Racer to recaps to Champion Horse Racing to Dream Series Challenge, actual real life horse racing videos and stuff like that should be coming out or already out as well. I think the Zenyatta video hopefully will be out by the time you guys are seeing this. I hope. I'll have to wait and see, but it should be out. So I'll be doing more videos like that for sure. I've been wanting to do videos like that. It's just they're time consuming. They require a lot of research and time that I just don't typically have. You know, playing the game is time consuming, yes, but like there's no research I really have to do with this, right? I've been playing Gallop Racer for most of my life, so it's a difference between that and then having to research an actual topic of horse racing to talk about it properly. Now she's got plenty of stamina. She's fast enough. She should be able to catch these horses if we keep working, man. Gosh, Nielsen on that 9 horse is taking off on us. She has no ability, so I'm just relying on merit, and I may have gotten her started too slow unless the 9 starts to tap out. Sparking Nova looking pretty strong here. Not going to get the win. Looks like we're just going to finish 3rd because the 2 is flying on the inside. I think that's 2 races I certainly could have gotten going a bit sooner. Definitely have to double down on the next race with formal method, but that was a hard race. Who actually got the win? Little House, Deep Wonder, yeah. I think obviously they're better than Sparking Nova. We're not even at our peak yet, so double S on the spurt. Not a bad race. Still think I could have gotten started a bit sooner, but we'll take that result. Not mad about that. Not a bad horse. I definitely wouldn't mind running with her again, just to kind of get a better idea. But we'll move on. Baltimore Derby. We all know what this is. It's the Preakness. Formal method. I won the Louisville, well, the Kentucky Oaks with her. I didn't actually put her in the Derby. So we're not chasing the Triple Crown because we had to run in the Derby for that. She's actually one of 2 fillies in here. Dandy Master is the other filly. Number 10, post position 10. Yeah, like we didn't run the Kentucky Derby, did we? Oh, I ran the Kentucky Derby with Native Art. That's right, but yeah, and we didn't even win that race. The filly we're about to race on here, formal method, 2nd favorite behind Furl Eden, which means this race is wide open for us to actually win. So no Triple Crown, obviously, since we didn't win the Derby, but she wins the Preakness here. I think that'd be a really good win. I'm glad I acquired her, man. She's really fast. Her power rating is her worst attribute, literally. So whoever we use her with breeding, and like I said, I think it's Secret Ending. He has a very good power rating. Hopefully that'll balance it out. There's always a chance her foals could end up just inheriting her bad power rating. It's happened to me before, so I can't really hold my breath on that, but everything else is fine. I think you've got to take the chance. She is a true mild dirt sprinting horse, and I think we got to, make usage of that, get good usage of that, and try to produce something great with our fastest dirt sprinters, or a turf sprinter with the same distance, So yeah, we could use her with Secret Ending or an original sprinter stud that we have. I don't think we have one back there. That's one thing we're actually kind of missing. We don't really have fast, like, original colts. We have fast in-game colts, but I've rarely had original colts hit over like 92 speed. The fillies and the mares, they've always been quick after a while, but it's the colts in this game that I've struggled with my speed on, so that's what we need. But we are off in the Preakness Stakes. It's a good start for formal method. Who is this running with me? Rapid Unicorn. I don't want to chase the lead if that's what you're going to do. I really don't. I already think we're setting too big of a margin. Okay, we're going to slip right through. Okay, not too bad of a lead, actually. I was really worried Rapid Unicorn was going to take us off into the sunset. I mean, we're definitely about, half a dozen lengths ahead of the 14 horse in 3rd place, but it's not terrible. This is manageable. This is about as much of a lead as I want the AI to, compete with us for, as opposed to being literally 10 to 15 lengths ahead of the rest of the field. So, who's that making a... Oh, I was going to say, who's that making a run already? The 13. Lovely World. Not really a chance, well, today. We have inside leverage on this rail here. Formal Method just kind of taking her time. I can punch. There we go. She's got plenty of speed, man. She's too fast. She's going to run the wheels off of these horses. I'm so glad I picked up Formal Method, man. I know she's going to be past her prime soon, but she is fast as heck. And she makes this look easy. Oh, I overwhipped. Oh, no. And the 12 is surging, but too little, too late. Accidentally overwhipped. Accidentally overwhipped. That was scary, but that is another grade 1 win for Formal Method. Back-to-back grade 1 wins I got with her. She is looking fantastic. And like I said, so glad we ended up picking her up as a kind of a quick, late, last-minute speed option. And I thought I added her to my notes. Wait a second. Did I put Point Black in here twice? I did. What a goofball. I meant to put Formal Method. So, that is her second win on the dirt at 9.5 furlongs. She's already over 20% of the way there to a dirt champ title. So, looking good, man. Formal Method looking good. The speed is there. The power, fortunately, don't really have to worry about that on the dirt surface, I feel. And even despite not having her in the right position in the beginning of the race, double S on the spurt. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. Great result there from Formal Method. Gosh, I cannot wait to get horses from her because she is exciting to run with on the dirt. So explosive, especially as a front runner, man. So again, I think her and Secret Ending, if they're compatible, I can't even imagine. We're in the Mirage Stakes. Second to last grade 1 of the video. This is the real life pre-Saint Hilary. Some French stuff again. It's a field of 10 3-year-old fillies running 10 furlongs in Paris, aka Paris. Glam Queen should be the favorite. She's been absolutely on fire. Hence why I put her in the honorable mention section of the first Gallop Racer premiere recap episode. Because she's showing just how explosive she really is. Still don't know a lot about her. And I've been on a winning streak. It's insane to me. Like, Glam Queen, where are you at? So she has 2 grade 3s, 2 grade 2s. I don't know if I've gotten her a grade 1 yet. I think this is my first test. Yeah, I think I was avoiding grade 1s until I really felt like I was in the window with her. So winning this should hopefully reveal a lot about her. By Gentle House out of Free Fear. This, to me, seems like a good breeding pair that actually worked. Which is very good to know. So hoping we'll have that same result here very soon. Get her first grade 1, and like I said, I think she's the best candidate to probably chase a GWS title if she's able to. We'll have to wait and see, but when it's time for her to enter whatever GWS I want to put her in, whether it's the turf or the sprint, I certainly think she's capable of winning it. She's not really showing any signs of slowing down. She's at her peak. She's super strong. Great heart rating as well, so everything going in the right direction, trending in the right direction for Glam Queen. We're in the gates. And we are off in the grade 1 Mirage Stakes. It's a fantastic start for Glam Queen. I think she's a mid runner. I remember last time I got C or B for positioning when I ran her as a procedure, so I'm going to drop her back. She might be mid. And that's the case. That's okay with me. I mean, if she can be even stronger running as a mid to closer type, let's say less. I know she's fast. I think her response rating is really quick as well. So I'm not worried about, it taking a while for her to get to the front. And this slow pace is going to suit us today as well. Yeah, the slow pace will definitely benefit us, I think. But still trying to find out her positioning. I'm kind of surprised they haven't told us yet. But this is the one spot on the track I haven't really tried to run her. I've always been running her at the front because I knew I could take advantage of her power and speed for that. And she has good stamina as well, even though they're not telling me what it is. It's probably at least a mid-70, I hope. It's got to be a mid-70. But yeah, Glam Queen is already on trajectory of, I think, performing better than her mother, Free Fear. Hence why using her for breeding will obviously make sense. So, here we go. Let's take off. And the rest of the field's got to catch us. We are the favorite in this race, so it's up to everybody else to beat us. Let's pull away. 5 is still with us. What's going on? Who is that? That's Desert Spring. And the time I run her as a mid, it's not going to work. Unreal. 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 Wow. All that hype. I run her as a mid because I'm trying to figure out her actual positioning and her light type. And let me guess, the game is still going to give me a bad grade for that, of course. A position. So what, she's a closer? Wow. She's a closer. I think she runs better as a front runner. This is one of those rare situations where I may run the horse completely opposite of what the game is telling me to do, because I've been winning running her at the front. I run her to the back one time, and she actually gets caught at the end. She has not been caught. That was her first grade 1. Still a good effort, but like that should have been our win. So not disappointed in her for that. I kind of wish I just stuck to what I was doing instead of trying to listen to the game. This is why I don't listen to the game all the time. I don't think the game is right. I don't swear by what the game tells me I should be doing with my horses. I sometimes just kind of go based off of what I'm seeing. Singapore Stakes, though, is up next. Nervous Angel. We have over odds gold, giving this horse a shot, late growth type. That's disappointing. That's extremely disappointing. Again, not on behalf of her. Not her fault. I put her in the position I put her in, and I thought that would be better. We got a better grade for positioning, so that is telling me she probably is a closer. But like, why? I just feel like she's so strong at the front. You run her as a procedure, the rest of the field can't catch her, you know? Yeah, so that's I hate when like we're on a winning streak with the horse and then we end up, losing it just because of something goofy like that, where it's just like just not the ideal situation. In that case, not having her apparently where she needed to be. Could the spurt have been better? I mean, I don't know, possibly, but again, I haven't had any issues with my spurts when I ran her at the front. So it's I think I'm just gonna run her as procedure, even if the game is telling me that she's a closer or whatever. Like, in my experience, she feels better as a procedure. I didn't want to run her like that. But anyways, I will figure that out once we get back around to racing her again. It's just that was an easy grade 1 win, and that's taking away nothing from Desert Spring that beat us, but that should have been our win. I just kind of feel like the game put me on the wrong path, and I listened like a fool. And our girl that was undefeated, now she's gonna have that stain, but it is what it is, right? It's really just a principle thing of being undefeated. I know the game probably considers it to some extent, but I don't think it's if your horse is undefeated and then you lose a race, I don't think it's going to hurt your horse's breeding power and potential like that significantly. You know what I mean? But still, it's just a little bit of an annoying thing to have a horse that's doing well. You listen to the game one time, or you allow the game to tell you what to do or something, and then it just messes everything up. Now, I'll be surprised if Nervous Angel could actually hold on to finish in the top 10 here. Not because I think this is a bad horse, but because we have no business in this race, really. This horse is years off of its prime. We're going to hit our goal regardless of whether we finish last or not. And we're going to finish 12th. We're going to finish 12th, so not ideally how I'd like to end things on those last two races. I mean, with Nervous Angel, technically he outperformed where he was supposed to, so that's fine. But Lamb Queen, yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. That certainly should have been a win. So what can you do, though? What can you do? Gave it a shot. Didn't really work out, but yeah, gosh. It was a good week. We hit all of our goals with everybody pretty much, and Lamb Queen's the only one I failed with. I've been ranking it in recently, all thanks to you. You have my eternal gratitude. Frank, you just said you weren't my friend 2 weeks ago, bro. Make up your mind. Oh my goodness. The people are so fickle in this game. They really are. She's not well after that race either. This is why sometimes I say screw what the game is telling me to do. I didn't even have to run her as a closer. She actually is she's a front runner, legitimately. But she can also run as a closer. Hence why I'm like, okay, the grade was better when I ran her closer towards the back. 6 race winning streak, and that was her first loss. But still, it's a second place finish. I know it's not bad. I'm being dramatic. I'm being so dramatic, so I apologize. It's just, you guys get it, right? If you play the game and you have results like that, it's just annoying to deal with, you know. Especially when you know you could have won. But at least I know she's a front runner now, so it should be smooth sailing from here on out. Can we put her in the GWS? No, only 4 years. I forgot, the GWS is only 4 years old and up. I don't know why I always thought it was... Oh, wait. So the sprint is 3-year-olds, the dirt is 3-year-olds. The turf as well. So wait, this Queen Mile... This is only a race for 4-year-olds in the GWS. I didn't realize some of the GWS races actually had different age requirements. I thought they were all essentially 3-year-olds and up. It shows you what I know. So unfortunately, she's going to need a bit of a layoff until she's back in the blue. Gosh, she's going to have to take a long time off. She's going to miss most of the summer. She's already at her peak, so... man, that's not ideal. And her health rating is only 33. It's really, that's even more so annoying because I think had she won that race, maybe she would have been in slightly better condition. I'm sure she still would have needed a break, but she's going to miss a lot of racing now. GWS is not going to be viable for her. I mean, unless I try to put her in last minute, but oh, that's a bummer, man. See, this is the only thing about the early growth types. Like, you have to get them in those races ASAP, and if they're just not available, if your horse isn't at 100%, you kind of miss out. She has so much potential. She's really strong, man. I would just hate to waste that. We have no grade 1s. We got to get her going. I think she'll have probably about a year and a half of being able to compete and win in grade 1s. After that, I think it's going to get too difficult. So she won't be ready to run in a grade 1 legitimately until August. And it's like, oh man, I don't know what to do with her. Let me put the other horses in races and I'll come back to her because I genuinely have no idea. That's frustrating. Vivid Eye, she's still doing well. Bounced back after that terrible grade 2 I had with her the race before, so that was much needed. Keep her in grade 3s. I think that's working well for her. So, still don't even know her max distance. That's also crazy. Gallop Racer just doing crazy things as usual. Put her in the grade 3 Mermaids. Wow, Impost. Guess she'll have to run against the boys. She has a handicap against the girls, which I think that makes sense. She is still pretty strong amongst the girls, but... Point Black, let's move down to her. She's still S ranked. Only 2 grade 1. She's been consistent. I mean, she's only finished outside of the top 3 once. So again, you know, she's not bad, but it doesn't make it worthwhile to use her for breeding. I don't think so. You know, I did win the Royal Cup with her a couple months ago, so maybe I should still try to give her a shot. It's a lot of it's just a lot going on, man. It's still kind of hard to figure out who should be focused on, but ultimately I just have to be a little bit more disciplined about the right horses we need to put our time and energy into. So, Point Black. Can we run her grade 3, the Impost there? There's really no grade 2s for her. Any grade 1 Super Sprint? I mean, I really don't think I'm going to use her for breeding. That's why I'm not trying to put her in grade 1s anymore. I'm kind of... Feels weird to say, but I'm kind of over Point Black because she's really just a duplicate of her mother, Toxic Blonde. I'm not really feeling much of Diamond Plan in her at all, personally, so... I think I'm just going to actually let her go, like Moonsinger. I'm just going to let them be claimed by the AI at some point and see what they do with them. You know, maybe they'll be fun horses to run against. We're already having that with Native Spirit, Bolero's Gal. We let those horses go. Well, we lost them, technically, but Point Black is a horse I'm willing to let go. Moonsinger down here. She'll eventually be let go. Yeah, these are horses I just don't think it's worth. I mean, they're half-sisters, both from Moon Trapper. Excuse me, they're not both from Moon Trapper. ignore me. What I'm saying is we're just going to let Point Black go. I don't think it's worth keeping her around. Sparking Nova, I do not have. An Informal Method. 2 for 2. Feeling really good with her. Gosh, she's really capable of doing the GWS Dirt, actually. So let's see if there is a dirt race coming up. What's her health rating? 80, okay. She should recover pretty quickly then, hopefully. Oh yeah, she'll be ready to go in about a month. Awesome. So we can run her in the Virgo Stakes, or we can run her in the Tokyo Derby. I definitely want to put her in the Tokyo Derby. It's a big race. It's one of my favorite dirt grade 1s to run. Hopefully she can make it 3 for 3. Glam Queen, still don't know what to do with you yet. They want her in a grade 2 in September. They don't even want her in a grade 1. I can't do that. I feel like that's a waste. I mean, she can't chase the GWS this year, I don't think. I'm just going to check the standings right quick to see how many races she could potentially miss. I feel like it'd be a waste of time to put her in the GWS if she's going to miss like half of the races at this point. So for the turf, so the Diamond Cup or the Platinum Stakes in August. Okay, so actually, if I can save her for that Platinum Stakes, she still could have a chance. Maybe I'll do that. If I can put her in that Platinum Stakes in August, she should be ready to go by then. And that won't be, I mean, that'll be the third race. So if she wins, she should be at least in the top 3 or top 4 of the standings. That would put her in a spot to actually be able to compete for it. Please tell me you can run in that race. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Platinum Stakes here. GWS Turf for Glam Queen. And of course, we're going to put some of our other horses in, you know, other GWS races when they're available. But I think she needs to be in that race for sure. Okay, so we're going to let Point Black go. Moonsinger we're going to let go. Everybody else is already set up for a race properly. So I think that's it, man. The 2-year-olds will be here in a couple of months, so just kind of, and there will be more 2-year-olds available as well. You know what I also thought about earlier today while I was working? I'm like, I'm wondering if we just need to release like a number of these horses that we definitely won't plan to use, but it's kind of hard to say. September Sky, we need to use. Little Vixen, we need to use. Vivid Eyes, I'm undecided. Major River, she's not I mean, she's consistent, but still nothing special yet. Crazy Hunter, definitely. Delta Dream, definitely. Pearly Ball, if I can get him rolling, hopefully. Classy and Smart. She's not bad. I mean, she's never finished worse than 3rd. She's extremely consistent. 5 grade 1s. I don't think she's really overachieving. She's doing pretty much what her mother did. She's one of those horses, so I'm a little undecided about Classy and Smart. Eastside Band is a given. We don't even need to do that. First Down Dash. She's kind of in the same boat as Classy and Smart. I think they're kind of one and the same. Don't really think I want to retire her. Little Mai. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I need to figure it out. But that'll do it for this episode. Appreciate you guys for love and support on the channel. Feel free to let me know what you think about horses we maybe should consider and horses we should let go. I think out of all these horses, half a dozen of them we probably should let go at some point. I'm already going to let Point Black and Moonsinger go. Everybody else, you know, we'll have to kind of decide on the horses that are kind of like on that weird, like, we may let them go, or we may retire them, or we may continue racing with them. But it's still kind of it's a hard decision. It's a hard decision with some of these horses because we need new blood, we need fresh genetics, and we have to consider that as well. So hopefully in the next couple of episodes, that'll become more clear to us as far as what we'll need to do and who will retire. But that'll do it. Appreciate you guys for love and support. Again, until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you have a grand fantastic day. I'll see you later, and goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.